Here's the first thing you got to do. This is a brand new caulking tube, and sometimes these are kind of under pressure a little bit, and I want to take my first off, I want to make sure it's white, and it is. They used to have this called white and another one called brilliant white, but last time I went to the store I didn't see any brilliant white, and I'm not sure if they even carry it anymore. I'm just going to cut the tip off, and I like to use my just my cutters. I used to do that with a and then just kind of push on there, you know, get that back. I used to do it with a sheetrock knife all the time, and go like that, and you get your thumb back here and you think, oh, I can do that, and you do it, and it's kind of hard to do because the last bit of the plastic sometimes is all full of plastic, and you do it and maybe your hole's not even showing yet, and you slip and you cut your thumb. I've done it before. I did one time in the middle of the night at a job site I was at, and nobody else was there, and I had to go into the men's bathroom, go into a stall, and I just sat there with my head down with some Kleenex wrapped around my thumb. Man, my head was, I just felt so dizzy, like I was gonna faint or something. And so I'm trying to find the tip. Okay, I found that. I found the little tip. Okay. They used to have something here where you would have to puncture it, so you'd have to pull this out. And see, this is a cheapo caulk gun. Nowadays they'll have a caulk gun with a hole there where you could cut your tip. I never used that anyways, because I always like to get particular. I always like to have a small little tip. And then they would have this metal thing here that you'd flip out, and then you would take that long plunger and poke it in there. And then I would do that, you know, later on. If this all got dried, I'd take that and poke it. Like if you've got 3/4 of this caulk tube or half left, you haven't used it for 3 or 4 months, the caulking gets dry from here down to there. And then you've got to try to get some of that out, and pretty soon you've got to cut the tip off again. And you know, you do it too much. If I wanted a small tip 3 months from now, maybe I couldn't use this caulking tube. And some caulk tubes, I've seen them on more expensive caulking. I wish they did it on everything. They would have threads right there, and then you could unscrew this whole tip, and then you could pull that out, and then you could clean it out and everything, and then you could clean out where the hole is right there in case there's any dried stuff, or squirt some out, make sure you get it good. Then you can screw this tip back on, and voila, you're ready to go. I wish all tubes were like that, but nowadays, well, most caulking tubes, you can't find that. Only, like I say, on real expensive brands. Okay, so now I'm just gonna fill this up. And some of it's going to go in the hole all the way and fall down on the back side. That's okay. I'm going to try not to make too much of a mess here. And see, I'm squeezing it. A lot of the caulking is going back in there. And lots of times on a brand new tube, this might start spinning. If you're not careful and you set it down, this might still keep coming out even after you press the release button. But son of a gun, this tube is fine. It's not dripping or anything. I do have a little piece of toilet paper here, and I'm going to set that over the top of that. Okay. Now I can take my my putty knife, and I'm just going to go around from the center to the outside. Center to the outside. Okay, that's it. Don't whoosh like that. Then it always wants to drag, and then you're going to put a big mark there. Plus I've got spray texture on here, and later on you'll see it. especially after a while, the white caulking or any type of caulking, years down the road, it's going to discolor a little bit. And if you've got it on like that, you've got a lot of overage on there, you're going to say, oh yeah, I see exactly where he caulked. Okay, so I'm going to go from the middle on out. From the middle on out. I'm going to take that, clean it off. Because I'm trying to not get any of the caulking overage on the rest of the wall. You see what I mean? That way you're less likely to see this later. Now I try to build it just slightly higher, because if you get it flat, and if you got a bigger hole, let's say, what happens is you think it's fine, and the next day you look at it and it's concaved. This stuff will shrink and it wants to kind of concave a little bit, but these holes are small enough. I don't think it's going to do that. I can kind of leave this as I'm putting it down from the middle on out. I try to leave it just slightly higher than the surface of the wall, let's say. Okay. Boy, this doesn't want to, okay. See, I was wiping my tip off, and I've got to get some more on there because it wanted to drag off as I put it on there. Okay, I'm squirting it right into the hole. Now it's fitting. Now it's fitting. Now it's coming out. Now I can wipe it off. Okay, like that. Make sure I don't have any excess from wherever else I moved it with the putty knife. Because if you're not watching it, you'll get that excess on the wall. And there it is. Like I said, if you just go whoosh, like that, you drag some of this down off of it, and then you pull some of the caulking right out of the hole, believe it or not, on the other side. You think, how come it's doing that? Because that's just the nature of the beast. That's why I go from the middle on out. I've got it built just a hair higher than the wall, and that's it. I'm not going to do anything else to that. I got some on my hand here, and I can just rub it like that, and it comes off. Or, you know, when I get done with all this, then the key to good workmanship is I'm going to clean up and get it all cleaned up. I get all the dust out of here and over here, and from unscrewing everything over here, I'm sure I've got some dust on the top of the baseboard edge, down on the top edge of the quarter round, and on the inside edge of the floor. Okay, so I'll wipe all that down. I'll vacuum it, and hey, I got a central vac right here. I'll use that and vacuum all that stuff up, and then I'll probably take a damp sponge and wipe it on down. Okay, I think we've done it. By Joe. Last but not least, put all your stuff away so you know exactly what you have for next time. Clean up. It's my motto. Is my pet peeve is not finishing up, because I like to make sure it looks like I was never there. That's a sign of good workmanship. Here's your tip for the day. Look at this. This is a picture hanger, and believe it or not, it's attached with these little nails with the pin. See those little holes you just put in there? That's the only holding power to here, and I just happen to have this saved, and you just hold it up there and tap those in with the hammer like that. I think this, and they have different sizes of these at the store. I don't even know where I got this. I've been saving this for a long time. I think this will hold up to 75 pounds. This one picture hanger. Look for those at the store. And there's different sizes of these. I think there's 3 different sizes, and this is the last one I have. I always keep it handy. And I just leave it in here. I don't know why I leave it in here. I should put it in with all my other picture hangers. In fact, I think that's what I'm going to do. I've got another container in the garage with picture hangers. That'll remind me that I've got this one. Ah, that's why I was meant to show that to you.